closer to the election. This is an election year. It's a weird year, but it is an election year. And Tommy Vext, frontman for Bad Wolves, has enthusiastically endorsed Donald Trump, which is that's strange to me because he in June he said stuff along the lines of systematic racism doesn't exist. It's a myth. It's a hoax. You know, he said he's never experienced it. He is a black man, but he said he never experienced it. And look, if he never experienced it in America, look, good for him. I'm no one to speak on that other than what I've heard from people that have experienced it. But that he wore a MAGA hat, posted a shirtless selfie on Instagram, and basically said, you know, I've been doing a lot of research, a lot of praying, and I've studied a lot, and this is the only hope for this country to defeat something along the lines of defeat lawlessness and things like that. And you know, it's a little surprising. It's not surprising to me, but it's surprising that Bad Wolves is it's a band made up of Tommy Vext, who I'm just talking about, but also Doc Coyle, one of the dudes in God Forbid. And if you ever read any of God Forbid's lyrics, and it would be weird for those two dudes to be in a band, but maybe that actually makes some kind of good art or something. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of Bad Wolves, but they are pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, and I'm happy Doc Coyle has a job. Although in 2020, the guy that Tommy Vext is voting for is the guy at the top. That whether you like it or not, you don't want to hear it. He dropped the ball, along with everybody under him. But he should be where the buck stops, and he didn't act in time. And now Tommy Vext doesn't have a job, but he's okay with that. My God. Speaking of 2020, 2020 has been hard with the whole COVID pandemic thing, and Maynard Keenan, the Tool frontman and Pussifer frontman, he's out promoting Pussifer's new album, but he casually said that he had contracted COVID-19, and it sucks because you don't want somebody that you like getting it. Yeah, shit, I didn't want somebody I didn't like getting it. So it is strange, and he talks about the recovery. It hasn't been easy. He gets winded lately, and he did contract it. If you heard a previous Heavy Metal Minute, he contracted it in Australia. There was ground zero for a lot of the cases in Australia and New Zealand were from a Tool concert, and that's actually where he caught it. And he went through and talked about how it was. Back then they didn't have testing for that because this was right before the global pandemic, or the global infection. And he basically said he went to his doctor and his vocal coach, and they're like, you're a little off, I don't know what it is. And eventually, judging by everything that he's had difficulty-wise since, they're like, yeah, you got permanent lung damage. And he's a dude that really uses his lungs to sing. He did say that he changed the playlist for the New Zealand show after he contracted COVID-19 in Australia, and that basically moved the hard songs out, the ones that are harder to sing, and he sang only these ones. So if anybody has video of that New Zealand show, send it my way. I would like to see what the easy Tool playlist would be like. But yeah, I'm Moses Magnum. This has been the Heavy Metal Minute.